Really, Sean?
I was wondering why they wouldn't say nothing.
I can't even believe you just did that. I'm like, we've been sitting here
Talking to you, Beckett.
trying to figure out if the notification wasn't going out. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because I was in the kitchen trying to send a link, like to notify people, hey, going live. And then Sean yells, I'm live. I went ahead and went live. So I hurry up and I come in here and I'm like, you went live? And he's like, yeah, I didn't want you to be late. And I'm like, well, I'm trying to send the link out to make sure everybody has the link, let everybody know that we're going live.
Well, you can do that right now.
I'm trying to do that.
That's one thing I wanted to look at, though. The camera. And the camera is messed up. And it's all pixelated. I swear to God, I'm buying a new camera.
Is it? Yep,
I'm so tired of it.
Why is it messed up?
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Hallelujah. It's what you say when plant-based milk.
My phone's about to die. Let me set a charger. That's fine. I don't care right now.
We've literally been sitting here trying to, like, asking you, Beckett, where did you get the link from? Like, are you a channel member? No, you must be a Patreon, because if you were a channel member, it would have a little B beside your name.
Are you still there, Beckett?
Probably not. He probably left.
Is he?
I don't know.
Or is she?
Maybe it's she. I may have to just open it up and do a regular one, because I don't know if the notifications are going out.
Yeah. But you still weren't that late. Only a couple minutes late. Which I really tried for you not to be late at all. I'm trying to entertain them while you did whatever.
I can't believe you did that. Crazy.
Well, you're always like, I don't want to be late. I don't want to be late.
I hate being late.
So I was like,
I hate being late.
I'll start it up so she's not late. Tell her I'm going live. I'll entertain them while she finishes up. And we can have this stream started on time.
And it didn't happen.
No, it still didn't happen. But the camera is really irritating me. Like,
do you know why it's doing that? It says excellent connection.
No,
hey,
I don't get it.
I don't know what's going on.
If you sit back, it's fine.
I had to switch it from a member stream to a regular stream because my link wasn't going out. Like, nobody was getting notified. Like, Sean thought he went live like 10 minutes ago. He thought he did.
Okay, stay back there, and I think it will be good.
If you don't stop messing with me, I'm gonna put you in your face.
It's still not good.
No. Did you fix?
I'm so tired of this.
It don't make sense, because somehow we always get it fixed. Somehow we always fix it. So there's something that we can do that fixes it.
Hold on for a second. We'll be right back.
Hi. Let me see now. One of my viewers actually made it. and she made me a lot of stuff, like a lot of the little bees that you get beside your name when you become a member. She made those, every one of them. Also, when you're a member, how you can put up certain, like there's like a honey jar that you can put up. She made that. Really talented lady. So, anyways, let me tell you guys what happened. So we were going to do a member stream tonight because I haven't done one in a bit, and I wanted to do a member stream. But for some reason, like the notifications wasn't going out. Hey, Renelle. For some reason the notification didn't go out. So Sean was in here, and I'm in the kitchen, and he was like, hey, I'm live. I went ahead and got us on the live. And I'm like, okay, which he has never done before. So I was I didn't know that he was going to do it. So I come in here, and he's sitting here, and he's like, hold on, you guys, she'll be in here in just a second. So I sit down, and there's only one person that was here. And I'm like, hey, and I'm noticing that I'm not getting the link, that the places that I'm posting the link isn't sending out notifications. So I'm like, what's going on? And then we asked the one person in the chat, we're like, how did you get here? Are you a channel member or a Patreon? Like, how did you get here? And the person's not responding. And I'm like, man, this is weird. It was just one person the whole time. And I'm like, man, this is so weird. I'm like trying to check to see if the notifications are going out yet. Still not seeing that they're going out. But then
She forgot to push the live
Sean
button,
forgot to push the go live button. So we're sitting here.
You were sitting here for like 3 minutes.
Because when I came in,
this is your thing.
When I was in the kitchen, Sean said, I'm live.
Well, yeah,
come on.
Because she's always complaining about being late. Like, I don't want to be late.
I don't
want to be late.
late.
She's like stressing out before. And she's like starting to turn into the freaking exorcist. And I don't want to be late, and so I'm like, I'm going to start it. Because I saw the timer in the corner, and I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and start
it's like
it.
A countdown.
She's not late. And
it'll count down and like tell you like you're supposed to be live and 10 minutes, and it'll count down or whatever. Yes, Beckett, you were the only person. We saw you saying like, hey, how is everyone? And we're like, Beckett, how did you get the notification? Were you notified through like channel membership? Like, were you notified through Patreon? How did you get the notification? And you wasn't answering. And we're like, what is going on? And then Sean's like, oh, I forgot to hit go live. And I'm like, really? So then I was like, I'm just going to do a regular live.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you guys tell everyone. You guys tell me where you're from.
And then I wanted to see the camera too. I wanted to make sure the camera was right because I really been getting irritated with this camera lately. Who's running?
I don't know. Eli, I bet.
Yeah.
Anyways, Virginia, East Tennessee.
No, she didn't. She wasn't in the kitchen with shrimp. She typically don't make shrimp herself.
I can't make good shrimp.
I typically make them.
Every time I make shrimp, just call me Beck. I like that name.
Australia.
Jersey, Be Real, Connecticut, Wisconsin. So wild. Indiana, Reno, Nevada. That's so Ontario. It's really wild. Go Dogs. Rhode Island, Ontario, Florida,
Southeast Georgia,
Pace, Florida. I saw Peach at first.
You're uneducated. Can't read.
Can't read, can't speak. Look, I'm not even going to lie. Sometimes when I'm doing videos about Farrah and like, every video that I make about Farrah, if she's made some sort of post, she gets hammered. She gets hammered for her grammar, right?
Go ahead.
Hers is bad. It is so bad. But in my latest video, I was like, man, I really can't say too much about Farrah because like sometimes mine's like pretty like hillbilly and backwoods, but hers is like bad. And I'm not trying to be no lawyer either. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, you can't be a lawyer and not know how to spell Harvard. You can't,
It's her.
for one day I didn't have to hear Roll Tide. You can't, so I'm not gonna lie. I made a video where I was talking about that, and I was reading comments. Really, it wasn't necessarily what I personally was saying about her errors, but it was like comments where other people were pointing out her errors, and yeah, I was like, somebody might call me out for this and be like, girl, you ain't much better. But I'm not bad at spelling, and I'm not bad at spelling. I just talk like most people down here talk.
Yeah, it's almost impossible not to. I mean, like when I was in the military, I lost a lot of my accent. I didn't lose it all. It's pretty deep.
It's pretty deep.
But I lost a lot of it.
Let me put my shoes over there, babe.
Dang, they stink.
No, they don't. No, they don't. My feet don't stink.
You can still smell your foot.
Yeah, I can.
One day you're not gonna be able to do that anymore.
Oh, I could probably. I used to be super flexible. I'm not even gonna do that because I have people talking crap about me.
Pulling a muscle or something.
Yeah. There and her run-on sentences. I mean, it's crazy. And I have a video that I haven't. My members have seen it. I actually uploaded it. Like, yeah, Candy. I set it to public. Because nobody was coming on, and we're like, what's going on? Nobody's here. And it was because Sean
she forgot to hit the live. Go live. The button in the top right.
Sean's a little bit of a liar. Sean's looking like they might smell a little bit. Sean, does my feet ever stink?
No, not really. I mean, it's very rare.
Very rare. I'm not a stinky person. Like, I'm just not. I'm not a sweaty. I'm not a stinky person. I'm not like I'm just not.
It's crazy how she never smells at all.
Ever.
At all.
It doesn't matter what I'm doing.
It does not matter. It's almost weird that she never.
I can go outside and like be outside all day in the heat. I may sweat a little bit, but like.
It's weird. It's almost abnormal. Like
because I'm an alien.
Never. I
need Demi Lovato to sing to me.
The only thing that might smell every once in a while is her feet. If she's like, just barely.
I wear slides a lot.
Crazy.
Like I wear slides a lot.
So weird.
And sometimes like the slides will have a little bit of a smell, and I'll have to like clean them out or something. But other than that, and mainly it's when I wear his slides.
What? First off, I don't have any slides.
You do have slides?
No, I got some slides for me, but I never get to wear them.
Why not?
Because of you. So I don't have any slides. Because the thing about it, like, there's everybody in the house kind of has like their stuff, but everything of mine is like everybody's stuff. I don't know how it works out like that, but. My charger.
These are my favorite. These are my favorite.
My shirts. I had a thing there. So we got two kids that can wear my
straw stuck to it. What?
Did you just show that slide off with a straw?
Yeah, I think it was like a straw stuck to it, but it was down here under your desk. I wasn't wearing them. I actually had on. I had on those shoes.
Yeah, you just took these off.
Yeah, so those were under your desk.
Yeah.
Which.
I just kicked those off my feet. And then there's Dakota shoes under there.
Yeah, I like slides.
But
we can.
We got two kids that can fit in my shirts now. And man, I dang near had to fist fight them to get them to stop wearing my shirts. Like, I don't have a lot of clothes, right? And they do. They have a lot of clothes. We buy them a good bit of clothes. Paris has a ton of clothes, right? But for a while there, like every day in the house, she was wearing my shirt. And I really didn't mind, other than the fact that I didn't have a lot of clothes. So I never have a lot of clothes. Even if I have like one pair of pants or a couple pairs of pants, like good pants, I'll always wash the same pair and wear the same pair. Because I'll have like my favorite pair that I wash and wear almost every day. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if I go somewhere, I'm gonna wash them every day. But anyways, so I didn't have a lot of clothes, and her and Caden would wear my shirts all the time, and I wouldn't have any clothes, any clean clothes, you know, because I had like just a couple of good shirts. So I'm not about quantity; I'm about quality. Like once I find something that I like, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm pretty
Yeah.
much gonna wear that. I had this one pair of shoes that I wore for
Forever.
like 8 years.
Forever.
And,
To the point.
mm,
To the point to where there was like holes in the top.
yeah,
Which he didn't wear them. He didn't wear them out and about with the holes.
yeah,
He would like cut the grass in them, and they were Under Armour shoes, weren't they?
yeah.
They're really
Man,
nice.
they were my favorite pair of shoes that
Yeah.
I've ever owned.
And I actually tried to find them, like whenever they started really getting when they started getting like worn out. I tried to look them up and find them because he liked them so much, but they didn't have them anymore. Like I could not find them.
No.
Yeah, Paris loves to wear Sean's t-shirts to the point to where now I buy her t-shirts like his because she likes to wear them.
I gave her a bunch of my old shirts that I don't wear anymore, and I was like, you know, here's a bunch of my old shirts. I don't really wear these. They're still, you know, they're just a little tight on me because I gained a little weight, you know. So I gave them to her, and I told her, you know, wear these. Just don't wear the other ones that I still fit in that I wear because I only have like 4 or 5 of them, you know.
That same Shayna. My issue is now my daughter thinks my makeup and hair care products are ours. Yeah, 100%. So I get Ipsy's, the Ipsy. Oh, I don't mind sharing. You guys can ask Sean. I will share everything with my kids. I don't care, but I do like for them to at least ask, especially if it's something new that I haven't touched. So like I have the Ipsy box, you know, and I got this 111 moisturizer, like nighttime moisturizer, and it's literally worth like $100. So I'm like, I want to wear, I want to use that. It's like a nighttime cream, you know. And Paris is not older; she has great skin. And I go to look for it the other day, and it's not here. And I'm like, where is it? I even had it put up for a while because she got it out of the bag. So under our cabinet in my bathroom, it is filled with Ipsy bags. And I have them separated like moisturizers, night creams, lipsticks, you know, lip glosses. Like each bag, every time I get a box, I'll see what's in there and I'll put it in like the coordinating bag underneath my sink.
Speaking of, you need to do a giveaway. Sometime.
I do need to do a giveaway. Do Ipsy unboxing. I used to do Ipsy unboxings every month, but I kind of quit. So she was at my sister's house staying with her cousin, and when she got back, I was like, have you seen my 111 nighttime cream? She said, oh, it's in my bag. I'm like, really? So normally I don't mind. I really just want them to to ask and be like, hey, can I?
She doesn't mind to a fault though, like to the point to where I feel like they don't understand personal property. Like it's more like they only understand personal property when it applies to their personal property. They don't understand personal property when it applies to other people's personal property, right? So it's like a fault. Like she's taught them to pretty much, hey, take whatever you want. What's mine is yours. You know, you can have it. Not a big deal. And I'm like, well, hold up. You need to ask before, and you need to return it when you get done, because it's just, you know, it's just being decent, right? I'm not going to go in there and take, I don't know, what's something, their headphones without asking, right? I'm going to be like, hey, can I borrow your headphones? And then I'm going to bring them back, you know? So I feel like the way I was raised is you don't even go in my parents' room unless you got a reason.
And we were so different.
Like you better have a reason to be in there.
My kids think other products are theirs. Well, yeah, same with my kids. Like what's mine is theirs. But I've been so that way for so long that I've kind of created the monsters that they are. Cece said, I just replaced my work shoes. I wore them with a hole in it for the longest. Shine wore his, but I was thankful that he did not wear them away from this house because I wouldn't have let him. Rachel said, I have to secretly throw away my husband's old clothes with holes and tell him I don't know what happened to them. So I have a confession to make. I think I told Sean this. I'm pretty sure. You remember that pearl snap shirt you bought? Did I tell you? Did I tell you?
I think you told me that you threw it away or something.
Yes. So Sean, when me and Sean got together, he had a little bit of a different style than he has now. More countryer style.
I dress more
almost.
relaxed now.
He dresses way more relaxed. Like I love the way he dresses now, like hoodies, caps, tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying?
I still
like,
wear boots sometimes.
Yeah, he wears boots sometimes, but he was like a Wrangler wearing, button up shirt, cowboy hat wearing guy when we first met, and it was fine. I had just never dated
as a
anybody.
Cowboy, I rode bulls and stuff.
Yeah, he rode bulls and stuff.
I mean,
it was fine. I had just never dated. Every guy that I had ever dated had been kind of like preppy style type of guy. So anyways, I was fine with it. But one time he come home and he went to this Western store and bought a pearl snap.
man, it was awesome. Awesome pearl snap.
He bought this pearl snap button up shirt that was the ugliest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
It was not ugly.
It was terribly ugly. It was terribly ugly. At least to me, he liked it, but he comes home so happy. He's like, look at my pearl snap. And he's like, you like it? And I'm like,
I wore a lot of pearl snaps back then.
I don't mind pearl snaps, though. I like pearl snaps. What's a pearl snap? I'll show you what a pearl snap is. Let me see if I can find the way this pearl snap shirt. Let's see. Brown stripe pearl snap shirt. Let me see if I can
None
find.
of those look like anything I would wear.
It was like this one.
No, it was.
It was
not.
like that one. That's it right there.
That's not it. That is not it. The one you threw away was solid brown with white. I know exactly what it looked like. It was solid brown and it had white stripes
Kinda
coming
like
around
that
the top part. Nope. I would never buy one of those.
I wish I could remember what it looked like. All of these are ugly to me.
Type in solid brown pearl snap. Not striped. I never wore striped pearl snaps.
Oh, I do remember what it looked like. I remember what it looked like now. Let me see if we can find it. It was like Western. Because it had like
White.
the rim was like white.
Yeah. On the top part, it had a white line going all the way across.
Wish I could find it. White trim. I don't know if it's called trim.
Just
but
put white line. Put white line.
Oh, I accidentally took out pearl.
See that one right there? Click on that. That was kind of like the color, but then it had a white line going like across the top of the pockets and all the way over.
Let me see if I can share this. This doesn't really look like it, but I guess it's the closest that we can find. Let's see. No, I wish we had a picture of Sean wearing it. I don't know. Did you ever really get to wear it or no?
No, I never really wore it.
So it was kind of. Oh, where'd it go? So it was brown like this. So a pearl snap is
It's just a button-up shirt where
they
the buttons
snap,
are pearls and they snap.
the buttons are pearls and they snap. See, the difference though is right here where the
See where the stitching is up top, like the
on the
line,
pockets
that
and
was
stuff?
white.
That was white.
Not at the pockets, above it, where that line is right there.
Are you sure the
No.
pockets weren't white? Or the
Yeah,
lining
the
around
pocket,
them?
the lining around the pockets were white too, and it had a white line right there. I thought it looked good, man.
It looks so Western.
I would have went to the rodeo all day in that.
It was like, I was like, I can't do this. I was like, oh no. And I didn't have the heart to tell him that I thought it was like
Look, kind of like that one almost.
Oh yeah, kind of like this one. Let's
Except
look on this
for
one.
except for mine was solid brown and the outline, the pockets were outlined in white.
I don't need 10% off. Let get off there. So it was kind of like this one.
So it was solid brown.
Except
with
it was
white
solid
stripe.
brown and it had the white stripes and everything, and the stitching or around it was like kind of white. And so yeah, that looked more like it.
Yeah. But see, I want to clarify one thing. Like, yeah, the first thing I said, I told Paris and Kate no, was to ask, right? I told them so many times, like, if y'all ask, just ask, and I'll let you know if you can wear it. If I got any clean shirts, it ain't a big deal. But they never would.
They never asked.
They never did. And I mean, I asked them and asked them and asked them and asked them, and they never did ask. So finally, I was like, y'all just don't wear my stuff, because I'm taking a bath, getting out of the bathtub, and I ain't got no clean clothes.
Yeah. So now I buy them their own shirts, kind of like that.
And I hated to be that way.
But they will wear them
Because-
off too. Like Paris would go to like my mom's or like my sister's house. Speaking of my sister, today is Flossie's birthday.
I actually felt good that they like wanted to
I
wear
know, right,
my
Lisa?
shirts.
I love to
was
do
like,
step.
I was like, well, it's cool that they want to wear my shirts and everything, but then when I didn't have none, I was like, damn it, damn kids.
See, I think that's one of the reasons is because they remind me of like my grandpa's shirt. So I'm like, it's like an older person's shirt. You know what I'm saying? Especially like the solid brown with like the white. It was just like too country to me. It reminded me of like my grandpa's clothes. So I threw it away. I threw it away.
So blurry. Is it?
One of my subscribers made a video about me, and I
Is it
wish
blurry?
I just seen it, and I wish we could do like a maybe we could do a
It is a little blurry.
how long is her video? Because I don't want people to not. I would prefer for people to go over there and watch it and not see it here.
Yeah, it's blurry. See, this camera adjusts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It more move.
it didn't used to do that. Like, when we got it adjusted, now it keeps doing it. I don't know why, man. It's so aggravating. I'm going to get a new camera. I mean, we're still on a little recovery from Christmas right now, But
As seen by a subscriber, put up a video. And her video is about how when Paris was in the pageant, how I allowed you guys to donate for the People's Choice, and how people was claiming that we like cheated or whatever, or I don't even remember. Yeah, basically like we cheated, and like how I was taking the responsibility away from my daughter to sell her tickets, and that's what's wrong with the world today is moms do things like this for their kids when they shouldn't and all that stuff. So as seen by a subscriber made a video about it, so you guys can go check out that video.
Man, if y'all want to learn how not to sweat the small stuff, have 6 kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares, dude? We wanted our daughter to, like, first off, we knew she was competing in a pageant that really wasn't going to be fair from the get-go, right? So, and then on top of it, we knew that, the other girls that were in it, their parents, their mom, their dad, were going to go sell these tickets at work, right? And then you were able, when you walked in, you were able to, if I wanted to write a check for $1,000 and buy 1,000 of those tickets right then, they would sell me 1,000 of them right then. So, we knew that. So she did what everybody else does, and she, your job.
Yeah, and I made sure it was okay.
Ask people to buy a ticket for it, And trust me, when we got there, we saw a bunch of other people buying like tons of tickets, putting it in their person's box, right? So that's the way it was ran. So you definitely didn't do anything wrong or abnormal or crazy. I mean, but hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So I don't care. My daughter's gonna win something.
That ain't cheating. What
That
are you
ain't
talking
cheating.
about?
I'm not saying it is, but
Who says that? If you ain't cheating, a minute.
yeah,
What?
I'm competitive. Like I want to win.
I am too.
I
I'm
wanna
so
win.
competitive. Like, it's okay. So here's how competitive we are. Like, first off, yeah, we all do fundraisers for our kids. Like, that's what it is. But when I found out that Paris was going to be in this pageant, right? We didn't know what other kids were going to be a part of it. Like, we didn't know for sure until the night of the pageant. Like, I knew of a couple kids because I saw them selling tickets on Facebook.
I mean, we had a good idea that.
But I had a pretty good idea that some of the teachers, that their girls were also going to be in the pageant. So,
of course,
yeah. Paris is super quiet. Paris
legitimately got voted in, though.
Yeah, she got voted in.
One of them by her peers, So that's something that's cool. And I'm gonna tell you, like, I don't think I'm being biased, or like I don't think it's because I'm her stepfather and I raised her for so long. I really honestly believe that Paris should have won at least second place.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm her mama. To me, I thought she should have got queen. Like, there wasn't one girl there that I thought was prettier than my baby.
No. There was no girl there prettier. There's not one girl at that school.
There were other pretty girls
that is
in
prettier
there,
than Paris. Now there's some girls that are really pretty.
She was picked to do this. Paris does not do pageants. We didn't say, "Hey, we're gonna." Oh no, Taylor, that's terrible. We didn't say, you know what? Let's do this pageant. No, she was chosen to do it. I'm so sorry. Exposed at daycare. I work at today. Oh, I hope you guys feel better. But yeah, she got chosen, and I'm the type that I go all out for my kids. Like, if my kid is a part of something, I'm doing the most to help them if it's allowed, obviously.
And I say stuff to her sometimes, like about fundraisers and stuff. I'm like, hey, you need to let them handle that, especially as they get older. I'm like, hey, they can handle that. But that's not what this is. This was something completely different. This was, she's in the pageant. Everybody that is around her are like going, supporting her, try to sell these tickets for her. The people's choice, try to get as many people voting for her as possible. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so we did what everybody else was doing because we already know what everybody else was doing. There was one girl, her mom was a nurse. She was selling at the doctor's office. There was one girl, her mom worked convenience store, I think. She was selling there. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I first talked about it, I really didn't know how it was going to work. We was told sell tickets, win for selling the most tickets. So I was like, okay. And I mentioned it, and people was like, hey, we want to buy tickets. Can we do that? And I'm like, I'm not sure. Let me check. So I double checked to make sure it was okay. And was told that it was, and how to go about doing it. So we were going to do a member stream, but the notifications didn't go out because Sean didn't put us on live like we thought. So we're sitting there for like 10 minutes wondering why nobody was there. There's one person in.
She blames everything on me.
What? Oh my goodness. So anyways, hey J Marie. So I have not watched the new Teen Mom, but I'm gonna watch it. I did want to watch it. So anyways.
Real quick, this was supposed to be a members only.
It was, yeah.
Oh yeah, you just said that.
I just said
Go
that.
ahead. My bad.
But when nobody was showing up, there was one person in there, and I'm like, oh my God, the notifications aren't going out. I'm just gonna have to switch it. And then Sean's like, oh, I didn't push a live button. We're not even live. So then I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and change it. But I try to do it as often as possible. I try to do 3 or 4, a month at least, because I am so busy. But I do want to start doing more. Like I really, really do. I want to start doing lives on Facebook. I want to, start posting more on TikTok. Lisa, where are you going?
Since when am I supposed to go live for you? You always go live.
Yeah, I know.
So now it's my fault.
Are you really going to sit here and deny that? No,
I'm just
Lisa,
saying,
where are
I'm
you
just
going?
saying. Where's Lisa going?
I don't know. She said, okay, I'll leave.
Hold up. Is this the...
I sold my kids cookies, pepperonis, chocolate bars, raffle tickets, whatever they needed. I hustled. Exactly. And that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people there's a restaurant here that every year they sell those box of chocolate bars. And I'm assuming they have a child or a grandchild that the owners have that go to school there, or maybe some of their workers, because they always have those chocolate bars there for sale. I excluded from my job at school due to having symptoms. I have a test tomorrow. Ugh. Are you going to be able to take it? I hope you are negative, my friend, at least.
Negative isn't like COVID negative?
Yeah, I hope you are too, Lisa. Are you having, you said you were having symptoms. What symptoms are you having?
They say it's getting real bad around here.
Yeah.
In the big city close to us, it's supposed to be real bad.
That's what they are. Shayna is the world's finest chocolate something. I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm like, what happened? Did someone say something? I got a huge test shortage here. We've got a huge test shortage here. My youngest is quarantined for 10 days because of exposure in his class. That's a scary thing. If the money goes back to school, then cheating doesn't matter because all the kids win. Hey, Alicia. Hey. Body aches, severe headache, congestion, and fever. Man. So I have a question. If you get, we got COVID, but we can still get Omicron. Is it called Omicron? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, but I think the symptoms will be way less. Right. So I think we'll get.
But we couldn't get Omicron again if we got Omicron one time, right?
Well, there were people that were getting it 2 times. I think it's just it would be less. It should be less effective, or
Rub my back,
you
babe.
should have not as bad symptoms the second time, right? Because you build up antibodies to it.
Man, I hope you feel better soon. I remember when we got it. I don't think I've ever been that sick. It was terrible. I couldn't get out of bed. Never had COVID. We did at the beginning. We are getting over Omicron now.
Yeah, we got terrible. It way early.
December 2019 is when we got it.
We didn't know what it was then.
We didn't know.
It just felt like crap.
My aunt had it twice, and the second time was no. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a situation. And hey, LA. Look at the last name. First time live viewer, LA. Can I call you Bob? Wait, ain't that Terry? What's the name that they call?
Dick.
Yeah. Is it Bob, Terry?
Richard.
Can I call you Richard? Can I call you LA Richard? We had it too when they said it was pneumonia. Yeah. I mean, addicts. LA addicts. LA addicts. Wow. I feel like an idiot. Jason was sicker than we were. Major headache, fever, congestion for him. Mostly cold, like for us. Around lower fever one night. Jason had fever 3 nights in a row. My dad's name.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow, I'm so sorry. I thought your name was something else. Hey, Mama Bear Boy.
I ain't too worried about no Omicron or none of that crap.
You can catch the same kind of COVID more than once. It'll be less bad. You can catch different strands of course. You can stop, babe. You don't have to keep rubbing right there. Oh yeah. I have this knot right here. How long have I had this? Like 10 years.
No problem.
I've had I can't even. I just saw LA Diggs. Wow.
Got something on your mind? Mm. Been too long? 30 days?
Shut your mouth.
Can't go 3,
Little
4 days.
little pervert. I always tell Sean he's
I'm
like,
the one.
yeah.
I'm the one that got your mind in the gutter. I wasn't going to say nothing when you started. I just answered your question, Richard. I wasn't going to call you out, but.
Anyways. So I've had this knot in my back for like 10 years. And it's like this, probably. I don't know. And we have tried to work that knot out so much. I went to like this spa where I got this like deep tissue massage, and
Why did you get that?
for the thing for the actually my mom took me.
Oh, you're talking about the one your mom took.
Yeah,
you
when
to.
we went to Arkansas.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one that I got for you.
I get it all the time. My husband has had to live with the last name. He's heard it a lot. That's your husband's last name? LA Addicts. Wow. I can't even believe we've had full exposure many times.
I knew this.
Never got it again until Omicron.
I went to school with this kid, and I felt so bad for this kid, right? Because his last name was Smallwood. But not only was his last name Smallwood, his parents named him Richard Smallwood.
So then was he called, did anybody call him?
I mean, everybody made fun of him because of his name.
Low immune vaccinated people are the only ones I know personally that have gotten COVID again. So I have not been to a chiropractor, but I went to, so you guys know right after, Thanksgiving 2019 when me and my mom went to Arkansas, me and my mom in Paris. Well, we went to a spa in Arkansas, and it was so good. It was the best spa ever. And I told her, I said, I've had this knot in my back for literally, right, Dick Smallwood. That kid was cursed from jump. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I told her about it, that I have this knot for 10 years. And she was like, well, I'm going to get it from your armpit. And I'm like, wait, what, huh? I'm like, my armpit? I'm like, it's not in my armpit. And she's like, no, it is. So she literally, like, she has me on the table and she like lifts my arm up, and she literally, you can get to it. It's so wild.
You gotta push it like that.
But she literally, so everybody else was getting like full body massages, but she just focused on that knot. And when I left, I thought she had got it. I was like, oh my God, in 10 years, it's been there. I have not been able to get rid of it. But it came back. If I test positive for it and I get a fever, I'll have to be monitored in the hospital because of my epilepsy. But thankfully, I haven't had it yet.
I had that same knot when I was in the military, and I had to wear a vest and a weapon all the time. And I'm convinced that you got that knot from carrying babies.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like when something's constantly pulling on your shoulders. And I had it for years. I had it for like 4 years. And then I guess once I got out and there was less, I wasn't wearing a vest and, weapon and magazine and all that heavy stuff all the time. It went away after a while. But hers is not going away. I have pushed on it and massaged the knot in her shoulder until my fingers are hurting.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done that like probably almost every night.
Yeah, every night he pretty much rubs my back right there.
Yeah, I pretty much go to sleep rubbing your back right there.
If I join to be a member, is there any specific dates for the members' lives? I will. Because I have so many kids and our lives are like, sometimes we can't get them all in bed, or sometimes we're just exhausted. What I do though is I post it on my community tab. I'll say like, hey, I'm going to do a members live tonight.
She's terrible about being consistent with the
just with
live.
the live streams, but I want to be. I really want to be. And as the kids get older, I'm definitely going to start having a schedule of, and I really want to start doing that now.
We're gonna start working on that. Now.
I want to be way more consistent with my members' lives and just lives in general.
We're gonna start working on her being more consistent on that. It takes both of us. I have to really like. She tells me she's gonna go live, then I have to. Really
and he does a lot.
To get the kids in bed, get everything done.
Yeah, like I edited all evening today because I had the yeah, I hope so, Shanna. But hey hey Cindy. So I recorded the Sister Wives recap, and because it was 30 minutes long, it took me all evening pretty much to edit. So this evening I was editing. I had to take Paris to the doctor as well. And so when the kids got home, he did any of them have homework? No. But he checked for that, signed their agendas, washed clothes, gave them baths, and he made dinner while I took Paris to the doctor and while I edited. And then right before we got on the live, we got their school clothes for tomorrow ready. He washed dishes and everything, and I got the video completed. The recap. It's done, but I have to watch it one time completely through to make sure that I don't have any like big jumps or that all my pictures in the correct spot. So after this stream tonight, I will be posting that recap. So anyway, something else I want to talk about that maybe TMI, but this is what's going on. Hey, Carol Ann, my daughter's masseuse and gives me great massages. Oh, Sean could be like the best masseuse, but I would only want him to massage me. Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, girl. He literally rubs my back every night. I had to be tested twice. So far, both times it came back negative. That's awesome. We had to be tested once, and that was when we went to the championship game. Hey, Stephanie. I'm gonna watch Teen Mom after we get off here. I'm gonna upload that video, watch it through, upload it, and then probably watch Teen Mom and maybe do a recap on it as well. So anyways, does anybody have cyst in their breast? And there's a reason I'm asking. Has anybody in the chat got cyst in their breast? Ew, I love TMI. Same girl, same. Wish my husband would have felt me like that. He never paid the kids did homework. Never. Sean is a different type of man. Like he really is. Like Sean will do anything that a woman would do for the kids. Like he will take them all to Walmart to go buy groceries. He literally took them all to San Antonio on a vacation to go see his parents. And I stayed back to work so I could focus on work. Okay, because okay, so probably like 2 years ago, maybe. I don't know. Was it like 2 years ago when I found out I had cysts in my breast? Maybe like 2 years ago. So I started having like pain in my boobs, like really bad, right? Like my boobs would be so sore that I could not physically touch them. That like the bra, I had to wear a bra. If I took it off, it hurt for me not to have a bra on. If the kids accidentally bumped into me or if Sean like hugged me, they hurt so bad. So obviously concerned, went to the doctor, had a mammogram done.
You need to go back to the doctor though.
Had a mammogram
for like.
Yeah, I'll call him.
I don't know how long.
So we had a mammogram and they told me that I had a bunch of small cysts in each breast. One of my breasts were worse than the other one. Like one of them had like 5 to 7 cysts or something like that. I drink a lot of root beer and Red Bull, so maybe that's what it is. So, they hurt for a little bit after I found out I had cysts. The pain ended up going away, and I haven't had pain in a bit until recently. Again, I've started having really bad pain again. Like I was asleep the other night, and I was literally asleep, dead asleep, and just this sharp shooting pain through my left boob wakes me up, and I'm like, and like I can't lay in bed like cuddled up with Sean sometimes because it like hurts so bad. I bent over to tie my shoe at my mom's house no, actually, I was going to my mom's house and I bent over to tie my shoe and went a sharp pain straight through my boob. And I'm like, I had ovarian cyst, but I never went back to check on it. Girl, you better go back to check on that.
Man, I've been telling her to go to the doctor and get this looked at. I don't even know.
But I'm wondering, are they
Like
painful?
Over a year now, I'm like, Nanette, you need to go to the doctor. Nanette, you need to go to the doctor. Nanette, you need to go to the doctor. And I'm like, every time she brings it up, I'm like worried about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey, you need to go to the doctor. She never does.
I don't know if my mom has cysts in her breast. She's never went to find out if she did, but my mom did have cervical cancer. So did my grandma. So did like 2 of my aunts.
This one day I'm going to hit you over the head with a brick and drag you to the doctor.
I'm going to call him tomorrow because it really is kind of getting a little like aggravating. Which I've always heard like breast cancer is not painful. Like that it don't hurt. So I'm wondering, I've even wondered if maybe like the cysts have ruptured, like maybe one of the cysts ruptured. Yeah, don't do what I did. Definitely go get it checked. You need to go get it checked. CC, you said you do anything for them. Yeah, oh yeah, I absolutely would.
Yeah, I mean, she puts off her own health care like all the time. I'm like, I like stay on her, and like she just puts it off and puts it off and puts it off.
Well, I'll tell you why though too. Because I feel like okay, like I went to the doctor for like 4 years, complaining about my pain in my feet. You know, literally like 4 years before he finally was like, well, you've been. I mean, he was like, yeah, I think you got plantar fasciitis or whatever it's called. Wasn't? Does the brown tea say poop? I can't see it. The brown tea. It says faith. Faith, hope, and love. Cystic breast can be very painful and still be, but now I better get it checked out. Yeah, I do not have implants. No. So I went to the doctor. You know, my feet hurt really bad. What do they feel like? Well, they feel like I've been on them all day for the past 15 years, which I have, 16 years, which I have, but still they shouldn't hurt this way, you know? So then he's like, I answered some questions and it really didn't line up with plantar fasciitis because my mom has it. And like, it's not the worst in the mornings. It's the worst in the evenings, but I do wake up with my feet hurting. I wake up with my feet hurting. I go to bed with them hurting worse most of the time. It's like a dull pain most of the time. Sometimes they feel like they're on fire. So it was like plantar fasciitis. Tells me all these things to do all these things. Still, like Sean has bought me foot massagers that has cost hundreds of dollars. Don't work, you know. Go back to the doctor. Oh, it's plantar fasciitis. Take this medicine. Take this medicine. Blah, 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 blah. Finally, I went like a year ago. And he's like, you've been complaining about this for like, I used to put my phone in my bra. Yes, I did. I don't do that anymore, Elisha. I don't. So he's like, you've been complaining about this for like 4 years. And I'm like, yes, I have. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to send you for like an MRI or something. I don't know. It's like where they can really see into your feet or whatever. And he's like, you got arthritis. But I'm like, I don't think I have to have really bad arthritis for my feet to hurt every single day this bad.
See, I think she has arthritis. I mean, obviously.
I do have arthritis. That
they
showed
saw
up in
that.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, over the years, like, I would, like, slap her on the butt or something, and she'd be like, ow. And I'd be like, that didn't hurt. Like, quit being dramatic, you know? Or, like, I would, like, thump one of the kids on the back and then, like, walk by her, and the kid would be like, you know, and then I'd walk by her and thump her exactly, like, just as hard as I thumped the kid, right? And she's like, ow, that hurt. And I'm like, oh my God, I just thumped a 4-year-old in there and say it hurt. And I'm thumping you and you're saying it hurts, right? But then I started figuring out, I think she's like,
super sensitive to pain.
Super sensitive to pain, or like maybe she has like some kind of nerve disease, like
yes,
like fibromyalgia or something. I don't know, fibromyalgia. Like
I have been to a podiatrist. It's not gout. They actually gave me shots in my feet like every month for a couple of months, and the first shot worked. I say it worked. What happened is the first shot worked for like a day, and I did not have no pain in my feet for one day, and it was the best thing ever. But the next day, woke up and the pain was there again, and I thought, well, and I have to drive like 45 minutes away to get the shot, but I thought I'll do it. I will drive once a month, 45 minutes away to get the shot in my feet so I can have one day completely, because I forgot what it felt like. Like, I ain't even lying. And I don't say this to get any type of, I don't care. Like, I'm not. I've become used to it, but there are times that it's so bad that I'm just like, oh my God, my feet. Like, my feet hurt every single day, every day. Today it's been really bad. And I noticed that they get really bad when I'm about to start my period. Like, when I'm about to start my cycle, they get bad. So anyways, I was like, I'll go every month to get the shots if I get one day where my feet don't hurt at all. But the second time I went, it didn't help. Like, it was so weird. It didn't help again. I went a third time. I went a fourth time. I even went a fifth time, hoping that it would help again. The only shot that helped was the first shot. After that, it didn't help. And then my feet would be so sore from the shot that I couldn't walk on them. They would be so, not only were they the pain from what I normally have, but then they were extremely sore from the shot. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but man, I feel like when I go to my doctor, hey, Political Woodstock, I feel like when I go to my doctor, because I'm young, he's just like, you're fine. Maybe you're just standing on them too much. Well, it's arthritis. Oh, it's fibromyalgia. Okay, so I had like an MRI on my feet. If it was like neuropathy, would it show up in an MRI? How does that work? Yeah, I literally would crawl around the house, or Sean would pick me up and like tote me wherever I needed to go. Makes everything sensitive, and water retention adds to it. See, that's what Sean said, and Sean was like, well, all girls are a little bit more sensitive to pain right before they start their period. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I did not know that, but that is true. So I have these socks that I wear that like squeeze on my feet. What are they called? It's like a pressure socks. Compression. Not pressure socks. But anyways, yeah.
Why, as soon as
my breast started bothering me.
Why, as soon as you get on live, do you start feeling like, oh, your nose, like my mustache?
It just
every time starts tickling my nose when we're live. I just went in there and cut it down, because it's like every single time one of the hairs will like start touching my nose, and it bothers me so bad, and it always happens on live.
See, I have a friend whose mom had neuropathy as well, and she's passed though. And my friend was like, it sounds like neuropathy. Has the doctor tried, how do you say that word?
What?
Has the doctor tried,
Oh, I don't know.
With you and done any other tests? Blood panel. Not for my feet, I don't think. I think, for years, we had x-rays at one point, and he was like, plantar fasciitis. And I was like, it doesn't line up with that. And then they sent me years later MRI, and he's like, arthritis, and I apparently arthritis showed up in the MRI, so I believe I got arthritis, but I feel like there's another reason. My birthday is in 2 days. Hey, happy birthday. I feel like today is my sister's birthday. I feel like there's another reason. You probably will not see my comment, but I'm in medical field. Have you ever had your, where did that go?
Arterial circulation check.
We perform tests at the doctor's
office where I work.
I have not, but I feel like I have bad circulation because my feet are always cold too. And it's the weirdest thing. My butt cheeks are always cold and my feet's always cold, but sometimes my feet feel like they're on fire even when the top are cold.
Her butt cheeks are always cold. It's pretty
Oh,
funny.
there goes medication used for neuropathy. Okay. You know your body. Okay, maybe it was the arthritis. Maybe it was the x-ray where they said I had arthritis. Hey, the Fultz fam. Or maybe it was the MRI. It ruined her life. Oh my goodness. Oh, gabapentin. Yes, the doctor actually tried to put me on gabapentin. I took it like once and it made me extremely nauseous.
You know,
because I can't take pills. Like I literally can't.
somebody asked, how did you have 6 whole babies being sensitive to pain? Dude, she had babies. She like a boss. I mean, like,
Yeah, that was different.
it was crazy. Like, I thought she was gonna be like crying in pain. Like, man,
my nose is always cold too.
she was like, I mean, she was in pain. She was clearly in pain, but you know,
Hey, Nick
she had a mission. She was focused.
I wonder if I can get my regular doctor to refer me to a neurologist.
I don't know. I mean, doctors are like, I don't even know.
Yeah,
man.
my doctor's just like so like.
I'm not a big fan
maybe
of
it's
doctors.
this, maybe it's that. I'm like, eh. And finally, like before he sent me to the podiatrist, he was like, "You've been complaining about this for 4 years," and I'm like, "Yes, I have."
I want her to go to the doctor, but I don't ever go to the doctor. I ain't got time for their mess, dude. Something's wrong with me, I just let it ride out. It'll go away eventually, or I'll just deal with it because.
Well, mine don't go away though. That's what sucks. Well, like the breast pain, it comes back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, you need to go to the doctor. I'm old mutt. It don't matter to me, you know. I'll be all right. I might have to chop my leg off one day, but I'll still get around.
I want to write. We did check my thyroid, and it was. I don't remember what they said, but I do remember we checked my thyroid. And it seems like they said that it was like borderline, maybe. Could that be possible?
I don't know, but you know, like she's right.
We see you. Sorry, I need a pen so I can write these things down.
She's right though. Like doctors don't take people serious. I mean, you go in there and like, I would go to the doctor and I would be like, so, you know, this and this has been wrong. They're like, oh, it's this, and I'm like, are you sure? Because I'm not even done telling you what I was wrong, you know.
Yeah.
And they're like, yep. And they're like signing a piece of paper, and I'm out the door, and like I'm like, wow, that's it. And I mean, I've had it where they didn't have a whoa, stop, no.
Topanga.
I'll go get you a pen.
I got a pencil.
I don't like pencils either. There's a pen.
Thank you, babe. All right.
But
years to get lupus. I've wondered if I had lupus. I'm not lying.
Man,
I really have. I've been like, I wonder if maybe I have lupus.
This is really disappointing how a lot of doctors don't listen to you, and you know it's like first off, any other business, if you were to sit there and wait for 2 hours in the waiting room and then get put in a room to wait for an hour, you know, you would leave, right? That's bad business. So I feel like doctors, they get in as many patients as they possibly can. You know, you're waiting for hours. You finally get in. They don't listen to you, and they're out the door. And you know, you or your insurance company is down a couple $100, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty I'm not going to the doctor unless I feel like I'm about to die.
A nerve conduction study. Yeah, I mean, I'm really tired of my feet hurting all the time. Like, I swear, I'm so sick of it.
But I want her to go to the doctor for her pain and stuff. Like, I'm not against her going to the doctor. I'm not going. I might die early, but I'm not going to the doctor.
If you're concerned about lupus, ask for ANA test, blood panel test. Over there looking sweeter than a pot of neck bones. Is that my friend Jason under that name? Yulisha. I already know that's got to be Jason. How do you say the name? Where is it at? Where's it at? Calmate Way? Calmate Way? Calmate Way? That's got to be Jason.
Yeah, that's Jason. Ain't it?
It's got to be because a while ago he said my wife is in here.
That sounds like some down south stuff.
Well, then
Way.
And he was like over there looking sweeter than a pot of neck bones.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it.
Gotta be Jason.
I've tried lidocaine patches. I've tried the heat patches. I've tried the cold patches. I've tried. The only thing that gives me a little bit of for components, when you got your thyroid checked, did they check the entire panel? There are 4 components that they usually only check the TSH. It's very misleading. I don't know if they did. I'll call tomorrow, ask if they checked the entire panel. Four components. I'm about to be on top of this.
Yeah.
I'm tired of my feet hurting. Yes, email me. It's Spanish. What does it mean? Okay. I gotta do something because, like, after we get off this, probably what I'm gonna go do is soak my feet because the only way to get it to calm down is I soak them in the hottest water ever, like the hottest water that my sink will turn to. I turn it on and I soak my feet to that. And after about 20-30 minutes soaking, my feet will calm down. But then I get out, dry my feet off, and it's right back to that. My sugars are up, or if I know I've eaten bad that day, it causes flare-ups, foot pain.
Maybe that's what's going on with you. You eat bad every day. You don't eat unless it's bad. You know that?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of like small meal snack foods. Like, do you get foot massages often? No. Yes, I take no narcotics.
What?
What? No, like, yeah, from you I do. Yes, I do from him. I'm sorry. I thought you meant like going to like.
Bro, I rub this girl's feet like every day. Like
he rubs my feet all the time.
Day.
He does. I'm so sorry.
Oh
I was thinking about because I was talking about going to a spa earlier and getting the back. You know,
what's up, Jason?
Got a star shape.
Can't believe that.
I'm
no
so sorry.
credit whatsoever.
No, you're awesome. I love. He's amazing.
You just denied my.
No, I wasn't in the pot. I wasn't thinking. Anyways. Yeah, Shauna, it took me 6 seizures when I was younger for them to put me in the hospital. It took 7. They're finally do a scan because I had it. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. I ain't got time for that, man. I ain't finna pay somebody $200 an hour to go sit in their waiting room for 2 hours, walk in the back, sit back there for 45 minutes in a room by myself. And this dude comes in, listens to half of what I got to say, writes down some stuff, talks in his little recorder, and walks out the room. And I'm like, bro, you better be right. After all this, you better be right. And then they're not always right. I mean, sometimes they don't even care. I mean, it's just like, man, I ain't got time for that junk, man. I feel like it's just a complete and utter ridiculous scam, you know, and I feel like they're just all about the money, man. All about the money.
See, like,
we used to have these old doctors around that were like real old general practitioners, right?
Yeah.
These, you know, back in the day when we were kids, and like, you know, even when we were like younger, like married, like after we got married, Dr. Coleman. Like these old doctors were awesome, man. They knew everything. They were general practitioners, and like back then they didn't have a specialist for everything. So a general practitioner actually dealt with a lot of the stuff. But over time they've developed a doctor for this, a doctor for that, a doctor for this. Back in the day, like the general practitioner covered everything, right?
Mhm.
So like the old doctors when we were coming up was like they were like awesome. They
Mhm.
knew everything. They treated you with respect. You know, you went in there, they handled up, they listened to you. And now it's like just these young little punks that just trying to get you in and out the door as fast as possible so they can get the maximum amount of patients in that day and rack up on the dough, you know. And man, dude, I'd rather I don't know.
T Adams, that's my email. Email me. I swear tomorrow, I'm gonna call my. See, I probably am gonna have to switch my doctor. I like my doctor. Like I really like him, but he's very much like, it's probably nothing. Probably nothing. You know. So
See, I don't know why you like him then, because he's like totally blowing you off and totally discrediting what you're saying. Like he's giving you absolutely no credit. You know, he's treating you like what you're saying is nothing. You're just being ridiculous, which is what a lot of doctors have. Dude, I have driven this woman home from a doctor's office, and she would be crying in the seat because the doctor just straight up treated her like she was just a dopehead trying to get some pills or something, you know?
which is crazy because I can't even take pill form medication anymore.
Yeah, but the doctor like straight up told her like, you know, and she comes out crying. And I'm like, I'm finna go in there and whoop this doctor's ass. And I went in one of them to whoop his ass, but he wouldn't come out to the front. I told the people that I said, you tell that doctor to come out here. I got something to say to him. And he wouldn't ever come out. And they were like, they remember that was here in Manning.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my mom and I. Well, anyways, yeah,
Yeah, that was here.
yeah. But
Hey,
anyway,
they can only see half your face. Can you scoot over?
my mama went to that same doctor. I told her not to, and he did the same thing to her. But you were young, so it was just like
I've always
nothing
had pain in my feet, and for a while I had it in my back too because when I was younger, I broke my tailbone, and so I broke my tailbone when I was younger. I was in junior high. What happened is I was about to sit down in a roll chair like this, and it was a concrete slab that we were standing on, and I went to sit down, and Flossie, just joking, Flossie kicked my chair, and I landed on my butt, like bam. And I broke my tailbone, but I didn't know at the time. I was probably 12 or something. I don't even know. Well, no, yeah, probably 12. It hurt for a very long time, but then it eased up. Life goes back to normal. But then I started having babies, and after I got pregnant with Paris, I started having back pain, and I didn't know why. But yeah, when you're young, because I was 18 when I had her, when you're young and you go to a doctor, they treat you like you're some type. And I'm like, I don't care to take anything. I literally cannot even take, like, I took what did I take? I had to take antibiotic the other day, and I had to open it and sprinkle it over food and stuff to eat it, you know, because I couldn't take now I used to could a long time ago when I tried different types of medication to help with back pain, feet pain, and I just never could find anything that would even touch the pain.
Man.
Like it sucked. But everywhere you go, they're like if you're young, people just assume. And what's so crazy is I know people that were young and were abusing, and they could go and they could get whatever they wanted. But someone that really had real pain, they go in there and they treat you that way. I wish I could help you. You would not wait 5 minutes in our office. You would get, oh, thank you, T. Adams.
Man,
thank you so much.
I'm over it. I swear she needs to go because you know she got things wrong with her that she needs to get checked out. And like we'll find a doctor that you know will actually listen to her, but we'll keep going back until we find one that'll listen to you.
Seems
but I ain't
like
dealing with it for me, man.
I tried. Oh, I did try CBD cream on my back some time ago, and I feel like it didn't really help. Now, this is so wild. We was at my aunt's house for some function, some family event or whatever, and I got anything I wanted, but it wasn't what I needed. Yeah, I just needed something that was going to help. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I wanted, something that would help.
Yeah, I think you need to maybe try the CBD oil with the THC in it to rub on your feet.
But that's the stuff that's in marijuana, isn't
Man,
it?
I don't care. Whatever will work. You're rubbing it on your feet. You're not.
Oh,
you're not
yeah,
ingesting it, right?
Yeah.
So what does it matter? I mean,
I guess that's
still
true.
might get in your system, but you work. You too. You know.
Yeah, well, let people on YouTube find out.
Yeah.
Leslie's taking THC.
Yeah, true.
Anyways, I got to get off here. Sean's got to get back on this. What are y'all doing?
Don't worry about it. You don't call me out.
I'm calling you out.
Don't call me out.
I'm calling you out. You have worked hard today. You got the kids to bed so I can do this live stream. What you about to do, babe?
I gotta go do something in a game.
Taming a razor.
My brother's waiting on me because we got some stuff to do. Got some business to take care of in a game.
So I do want to ask though, does CBD like with THC is it more potent to help pain?
I think so. I mean, from what I've heard.
Especially like
Atlas CC.
what's it? I can't even speak now.
Neurological.
Neurological pain.
I don't know.
Can't speak.
I don't even know what that word means.
CBD doesn't show up in your pee. Sink his ship. Oh yeah, it really helps, no doubt. I'm gonna do something. He's getting on Atlas. Daisy, he played Daisy. Yeah,
I used to. Oh well, I'm just taking a break from Daisy for a while.
But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I do have a video that I'm going to be reviewing in the next few days. I think I want to, but I'm kind of going back and forth with it. But anyways, I'll be doing another live stream soon. You guys keep an eye out on my community tab. Stop shaking your leg before I stab you with this pen. Community tab and my you're doing it on purpose. My Patreon, because I'm going to post on there when I'm going to do a member stream. So if I can do one tomorrow, I'll post it on there tomorrow, a couple hours earlier. Cap like it's fine with us. Get a different doctor, yeah, probably gonna have to. But anyways, you guys make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Stay on the lookout. Community tab and my Patreon. Check them tomorrow around 6 p.m. because if I can go live tomorrow, for some reason they don't send out the notification all the time. So just go over to my community tab. If you are a channel member, if you're a Patreon member, go to my Patreon around 6 p.m. Central Time. Because it may not be letting you guys know. I hope your mom likes her gift to Stephanie. Anyways, thank you all for hanging out with me. I'm going to call my doctor tomorrow. I promise. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.